Hello everyone, I hope you like the stage I set up for my J-pop slash Asian music collection. Disclaimer is that I don't know what I'm doing, I'm just going to do it my way I guess. And I'm going to show my J-pop artists first and then like my general video game music slash Asian music in general collection. Also DVDs are going to be included in this. I don't have Blu-ray, so I don't have any of that, and no VHS either. So, I'm going to start with the vowels, because that's how it does in the Japanese alphabet, and this is going to be easier for me that way, because that's how I have my music organized. So, a, I, u, e, o. I have u, which should be easier for you to figure out who this is going to be, but my first thing I'd like to say is I did have Utada Hikaru's Precious album, but when I sent a package home from Japan, the package was damaged, like somebody had broken into it, and I was missing 3 things, all of them Utada, and I just realized last night that the 3rd thing was the Precious album. So I'm pissed, because I got it for like 40 yen, which is like 50 cents American, and it was such a good deal, and I had like a full collection, now I don't, I'm so pissed. Anyway, first is First Love. This was not my first Utada album, but it's gone through a lot. I listened to it a lot when I was first driving, so there's that. It's got cracks in it, but it's old. And it still has, like, I still keep the little, like, sleeve things. A lot of them I keep on the outside for some reason, but whatever. Anyway, here's Distance, her sophomore album. I really love this album. As you can see, I ordered it on, I think, Amazon, and it's like the Thailand copy, so it has, like, Thai writing on it. But I don't think it's bootleg, because I've, like, looked it up, and it doesn't look bootleg, so I'm not going to worry about it. It still plays and does everything. It doesn't have any cracks in it. This is my oldest. This is Deep River. As you can see, there are huge cracks in it. Well, maybe you can't see them. I don't know. But yeah, this one has been through a lot. However, that part of that is because whenever I get my hair cut in this style. So I always have to like open it and take out the picture thingy, and yeah, that's embarrassing to reveal that, but it's true. I know this is an American release, but I'm going to go ahead and include it in her collection. Utada's Exodus album is also one of my older ones. I can't remember which I got first anymore. Either Deep River or this. My friend got this for me for my birthday. And, best birthday present ever, basically. Here is personal favorite, Ultra Blue. This is my favorite album of all time. That's why I'm waiting so long to review it, because I want to make sure I have exactly the words I want to say for each song, because I love this album. But it's definitely my favorite. She looks beautiful, like, gosh, she's a babe. Also, there was a rumor that Utada's Beautiful World Kiss and Cry songs would not be on the newest album, so I went ahead and bought the single, which I was glad I did, because it's beautiful. And it also includes Fly Me to the Moon, the 2007 version, and like the instrumental tracks of all of those, so it was worth it. It took forever to get to me though, I remember that. And then we have her Heart Station album. I reviewed this one, you guys should know that. But yeah, it's a great album too. I keep looking at Sora, and he's like, I post him so he's like displaying, like, look at this, like Vanna White, Vanna Sora. Anyway, and this is the one, her latest English release. I don't have either of her single collections. I do have like the digital download of all of the songs from the second single collection though. So, yeah, so that's my Utada CD collection. DVDs, this gets kind of messy because I have a lot. And I even had more until that package got messed up, but gonna go ahead and do that. First here is Bohemian Summer. I really loved what Wikipedia said about there being fireworks on her boobs. I'm not really sure why that is either. But this is really great to her. She's so young and giggly in this, and I really like watching it. This is really disorganized. I have this. I did have UH3. That was one of the things that got taken away. The other thing that got taken away was Utada Hikaru's 20th birthday Daike Ike. I had that too, but it got taken away. Anyway, these are just like video clip things, which are great, so I enjoy watching this as well. Next I have Utada Hikaru Unplugged. which is really fun. I really enjoy watching this. She was like the first Japanese MTV person. I don't know. Watch it and you'll understand. Maybe. From what I remember, most of it was in Japanese. But okay. And then after that, I have Utabe Hikaru in Budokan. I really love this tour as well. It basically has the majority of my favorite songs. It's really good. I definitely recommend it. And then I don't have Utada United. I really literally looked all over Japan for it and I couldn't find it. So I do have this UH4. It's really good. I really enjoy watching the makings of and stuff. Oh, there's a glare. Why does that happen? There. It's cool. I have a lot of fun watching this too. It's interesting seeing her with her husband, or now ex-husband, I should say. And then I have Wildlife. This is a fantastic tour, but it makes me super emotional. So I literally will watch it until like the encore, because the encore just breaks my heart. If you've seen it, you know what I mean. If you haven't, you should watch it and then you'll know, and then you'll probably feel the same way. But it's great. And I'm really pissed because this got cracks in it when it was shipped over. But I got this on the release day when I was in Japan, and I got Sakura Nagashi's video thingy. I just want to get it on the day of release because I got a poster, but the thing is, I actually had to leave the poster behind in Japan. I actually did that on accident because I had a Kingdom Hearts wall scroll that I literally couldn't fit in my suitcase, so I gave it to my bestie, and I was like, hey, will you take this off my hands? He was like, yeah. And so I gave it to him, and then I got on my bus to go to the airport and realized that my Sakura Nagashi poster was still in it. Well, that guy is he's an Utada fan too, so I was like, he can have it. You know, I know he's a respectable fan. So, okay, so that's my Utada Hikaru collection as of the current. Okay, A, I, U, E, O. I don't have. O. I do have O. I actually had another physical of this person's album, but I sold it back to book off before I left, because I could only take so much with me home. So, anyway, I have Otsuka Ai. This is her debut album, Love Punch. This was my first Otsuka Ai album ever, and I love this album. I don't have a favorite of her albums, but I have a really sentimental attachment to this one in particular, and I really recommend it. I recommend all of her albums, to be honest, but she's a babe. I love her so much. She's kind of my girl crush. Then I did have a physical of Love Peace, but I sold it back because I was like, whatever. And then I have a physical of Love Letter, which I really like the cover design because it's like paper. And if you look, it opens like a letter. This is just the CD version, but boop. Isn't that cute? I really like that. And people hate on this album all the time, but I don't understand because I adore this album as well. She's just amazing. Alright, that's all I have of Otsuka Ai, unfortunately. Alright, Ayue o Kakiku Keiko Ku. I do have one Ku. Actually, yeah. Oh, I missed an A. I missed Ah. I do have somebody as Ah. That's what I was thinking. Okay. This artist, I actually have all of her albums, but the only one I have in my physical that I didn't sell back is the sophomore album. This is Ayaka's Sing to the Sky. She's fantastic. Again, recommend all of her albums. I have a digital of the first album, First Message, and then I bought the beginning, but I had to sell it back because I couldn't take it with me. But it's awesome too, although I really just adore her in this album. She's really beautiful. There's a glare, you can't tell, but she's gorgeous. Okay, sorry, I'm so sorry, I forgot about you. You're kind of buried. Anyway, okay, I was on Ku. I have my Kuraki's Wish You the Best. When I was in Japan, I bought her All the Best. I think that's the name of it. The other best album, and I ended up giving that to a friend because I converted her into a Kuraki Mai fan. I adore Kuraki Mai. She's got this like really cool vibe to her. I will eventually review albums of hers because I'm basically in love with her too. But yeah, she's fantastic. This has a nice photo book in it, and I definitely recommend, if you don't ever listen to her, I recommend getting one of her best albums. In fact, get all the best because it includes all the songs on this plus more. Or if you just want to get like an album, I recommend Future Kiss because I did have that album as well but sold it back. It's fantastic. It's probably one of my favorite albums ever. Probably my top 10. There's her. my beloved. And then Kakikuke Ko. I do have one physical. I have most of the albums of this artist. I did have the best second session. I ended up giving that to a friend, as well as Javonesque. But I do still have the physical of the Trick album, which is a trick to open. Like, who decided this? This is the silliest thing. I don't even know. Like, I don't know. It makes me dizzy looking at it sometimes. And you're probably getting dizzy because I'm like, ah, but, yeah, this is a great album. Probably my favorite by her. Unless you count second session. So yeah, this is a good album. That's the only physical thing I have of hers. Everything else I have of hers is digital, which I don't necessarily regret. I think that's all I have of those peoples. Okay. So, Kakikuke, wait. Ayue o Kakikuke ko Sashisuke so I don't have any S's. Tachitsute to ta. I do have ta. If you remember, I reviewed Tamaki Nami's debut album, Greeting. I sold that back. That's becoming a theme, isn't it? But I also have her Graduation Singles album, which was the first actual album I ever got of hers. I recommend you get this album if you've never listened to her. It's very good. She's very good. It has basically all of her big songs before she switched labels, and now she's like on the label jump. I think she's finally with a solid label now, though, so she's pretty awesome. She does a lot of anime themes, and so I think that's how she got some of her popularity. Alright, Tachitsute to brings me to a lot. Oh gosh, this is gonna be a pain. I'm gonna go ahead and include the Korean releases in this because otherwise I'll get confused. First, I'll just go from oldest to newest, I guess. First, I have Toho Shinki's Korean debut album, Triangle, which I've reviewed. It's very good. All of their stuff is good. You really should just listen to everything of theirs. Then I have their second album, Rising Sun. This is probably my favorite of the... Oh, no. I really like their fourth Korean album, too. This is a great album, though. This has my favorite picture of Junsu ever in it. It's great. They look like such babies. This was so long ago. This is the CD-DVD version of their third album, Oh. What's the Korean for this? Dongbon Hap, I think, is the Korean pronunciation. In Japanese, it's Gohan... Oh, Seihango. Seihango, yeah. But anyway, yeah, this is a great album, too. It has balloons on it. That's a fan favorite. And I have the CD-DVD version of their fourth album, Mirotic. The reason I have a lot of their CD-DVD versions is actually not because of me. It's because my mom is a fan of them, too. And so she'll buy the best version for me, because she wants to watch it, too. So yeah, this is their fourth album. I adore this album very much. Very much. And I'm missing their first two releases in Japanese, which is unfortunate. But I do have the CD-DVD version of T. Again, like I said, my mom buys me the big versions because she wants to watch them too. So she's a Yuno fan. I'm Junsu biased to the end. So I feel like I relate the most to Jaejung now. I feel like we're actually the same person, just in separate bodies. And one of my favorite albums of all time, The Secret Code. This is in my top 3 albums ever. That's number 3. I already said Ultra Blue is my favorite, and my second favorite, I will show you momentarily. But anyway, yeah, this is a great album. If you're just getting into Toho Shinki, though, I recommend getting their best selection from 2010. Basically has everything. This is the 2 CD DVD version. Again, like I said, Mom. Thanks, Mom. And yeah, this is a great place to start. They're amazing. And this is Japanese, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that. Now for DVDs, I actually do have stuff of theirs. Not a lot, but I do have stuff. Because a lot of the stuff I have is, like, included in the CD portion. This is Five in the Black, which is my favorite tour. They look so good in the suits. They all look fantastic throughout the entire tour, and they sound amazing, so recommend this tour very highly. And then I have The Secret Code, mostly because The songs in this one are really good, and it has a lot of sentimental value. Why is this open? And yeah, it's a really good album. It's a really good tour too, but I do prefer Five in the Black. And I also have The One, which is a lot of fun. I like sitting down to watch this and reminiscing, because it has like all of their videos until Breakout, which is basically like the end of their Japanese career as Five. So I don't have anything of the separate in physical. However, I do have one thing in physical. This is so embarrassing, but I have this in physical. For those of you who know what this is, you're gonna laugh, but this is Junsu's solo mini album single thingy that he released in Japan a long time ago in like 2010, and it has the DVD, which is fantastic. Obviously, I don't let my mom watch the DVD of this or listen to the CD. I don't think she knows. Anyway, now I was on T, Tachitsute to Nani Nune no. I actually do have an artist for No, and if you guys watch my reviews, you should know who it is. Know who it is. It is Nobuchika Eri's debut album, The Goddess. Like, for real, so underrated. One of the best artists ever. This album is fantastic. Again, I'm in my top 10. So, definitely recommend this. I reviewed it, so if you want to know more, go to the review. Please. Alright, Tachitsute to Nani Nune no Ha Hi Fu He Ho Ha. Alright. So, a disclaimer about this artist. I actually have something in the mail. The 15th anniversary Hamasaki Ayumi tour is in the mail on its way to me, but it hasn't arrived yet. However, I need to film this now because I won't have a chance to do it later because I'm at home, and at school. Obviously, I'm not going to bring all this stuff with me. So anyway, here's the physical CDs. I should note I have all of this artist's CDs, either in digital or physical, and sometimes both. I did have a lot of physicals in Japan, but I sold a lot back that didn't have DVDs attached because I just couldn't bring them back. So, but I do have this. This is Ayumi Hamasaki's Misunderstood CD DVD. I love this album, and I love the CD DVD very, very much. I reviewed this, so if you want to know more, please go to the review. But she's awesome. And this is an awesome album. Okay, and then next I have the regular version of Rock and Roll Circus. Again, I've reviewed this one. If you want to know more, please go to the review. It's a great album. A lot of people hate it, but I don't know why. Actually, I do know why, but I talk about it in the review, so sorry. Not sorry, actually. And then my favorite album of hers ever, Love Songs. I'm gonna eventually review this, I promise, but this is a fantastic album. Her best, by far. In my opinion, at least. My second favorite album of all time. I love this album very much. And then I have the CD-DVD version of 5, a mini album. I really, really love this. The CD-DVD version was a good idea because the DVD is fantastic. I will eventually review this too. In fact, I'm going to review all of her stuff, so you might as well not request it because it's literally all on the list. Like, yeah. Anyway, CD-DVD version of Party Queen. Y'all know how I feel about this album. I just said y'all. You guys. And I still listen to Call every day. And Letter every day. And it hurts. Call got even more sentimental when I left Japan, but I'll talk about that another time. Even though I've already reviewed the album, I do have plans for some stuff, so be on the lookout. That won't be for a while, though, because the weather right now sucks. Anyway. And then I have Love Again. This is a fantastic album. I haven't reviewed it yet, but it's on the list, so like I said, don't bother requesting it. It's great. I really love this album, too. It has a really soft look to it, and that really actually is a good word to describe the album, but it's just the CD version. I didn't get the DVD version. I don't remember why. Oh, because I got this brand new. I got it like the third day of its release. Yeah. We just went to Akihabara and bought a bunch of stuff. Okay, so Hahi Fu He Ho Ho Bo. I have Boa's Best in USA. I did have her K-pop selection physical, but I sold it back. I recommend that as well, but this is a great album if you don't know anything about Boa. This also has her American release included in it. That's why it's Best in USA. This is Japanese, by the way. And this is fantastic. I love her. I kind of have a girl crush on her, too. Mostly on Otsuka, though. Alright. Oh, I forgot about my DVDs of Ayumi Hamasaki. I was getting too caught up. Getting so caught up. This is what I'm like in the morning. Like, I'm so alert in the morning, I don't know why. Anyway, release order, close enough. This is Ayumi Hamasaki's complete clip box. This includes stuff up to, like, basically the Memorial Address album. And so I did have the Memorial Address mini album CD DVD, but then I got this and I didn't need it anymore, so I just sold it back. But this is fantastic. Three DVDs, all very long. It's great. That's for a rainy day, literally. That's what I would do in Japan. I also have a museum. I really like this tour. This is a tour I can actually get my mom to watch, because my mom really likes Ayumi Hamasaki and dreadlocks for some reason, which I understand. I really like, I like her dreadlocks as well. I think she pulls them off very nicely. Next, I have the tour that always inspires me to do my best. The tour where she had the broken, messed up wrist hand thingy. I love this tour. But like I said, it really inspires me to do my best and try harder, because I should not be complaining, because at least I don't have to do the things that she had to do with a broken wrist. And I have Rock and Roll Circus. I love this tour. I bought it just to watch the ballad performance over and over again, but I really like the rest of it too. And the second DVD is fantastic. It has Shuya no Tsuguyaki, which is the mutterings of Shuya. It's fantastic. If you ever are able to watch that online, I highly recommend it. Okay, so that's actually all of my J-pop artists. I don't have that much in physical, to be honest, compared to like what I have in digital. I have so much in digital. So much. However, I do have a lot of video game music by Japanese composers, so I would like to share those. So let's go back to A, I, U, E, O, A, I, U, E, O, A, I, U, E, O, O. This got kind of damaged in my package. This is my favorite video game soundtrack ever. Not my favorite video game soundtrack of all time. Behold, Okami. 6 discs of perfect music. I will review this, I promise. And it's going to be a great review, because it's going to be long. Like I said, there's 6 discs. I got this, okay, the original price was 4,830 yen, and I got this for like a third of that price, because I'm a baller. But this is fantastic. Best video game music you'll ever listen to in your life. Super sentimental toward it, and I will talk more about it when I eventually review it, but yeah, this is great. This is really, really great. I'm so glad I found this. Like, I cried when I found this. I'm not even kidding. I was so happy, because I've always wanted it, and it was just there, and I found it, so. Ayueo kakiku keiko kakiku. Okay. K. I have the original Kingdom Hearts soundtrack. It's broken, because I've literally just opened it and closed it so many times, looking at the artwork and listening to it. This is a Japanese release version, I believe. Is it? No, this was the American one. Yeah, this is the American one, because it has Simple and Clean on it. And it's great. And then I have Kingdom Hearts 2. This is the Japanese release, for sure, because this has Passion on it, and it's, like, weird. It has, like, the Japanese version of the Atlantica songs, which is hysterical, because now I know Under the Sea in Japanese. Tonari no kaiso wa aoku mieru sa. It's just, like, I don't know, it really helped me bond with my Japanese friends in Japan, because I knew the Japanese versions of, like, Under the Sea, and it was... Anyway, I'm gonna review all of the Kingdom Hearts soundtracks eventually, too. My friend burned me the Birth by Sleep and 358 Days Over 2 soundtracks, but I don't have, like, the official box, so I won't bother showing them. However, I'm really mad at myself that I didn't buy the Dream Drop Distance soundtrack in Japan, so when I go back, that's a thing I'm gonna buy. Anyway, I have the piano collections. I've reviewed this. This is beautiful. I really recommend it. There's also another piano collection one that's like Field and Battle, which is really good too. And I have the fan selection. I will be reviewing this, absolutely. It's the 10th anniversary. Could not have been a better idea to buy this. It's probably the most sentimental music I've ever listened to, for me. And this is great. If you have never listened to Kingdom Hearts music before, I really recommend looking that up, because it has, like, basically the best music. There are a few tracks on there, or a few tracks missing, but obviously they couldn't include everything, so... Anyway, Kakiku, Kuku, Gu. This is kind of weird. When I was little, this game came out, and my brothers wanted it, and I wanted it, so my mom got it for us. It became my favorite video game of all time, and it came with the soundtrack. Well, not the full soundtrack. I did eventually download the full soundtrack, but this has like a CD in it. Grandia 2. Favorite video game of all time. The soundtrack is fantastic, and it's by the composer Iwadare Noriyuki. If you ever go to Tokyo Disneyland, he does the background music there. He's composed all of it, so this is fantastic. If you ever play a video game in your life, play this. I know this says Dreamcast, but there's a PlayStation 2 version and a computer version, or you can just look up a walkthrough. This is like, I could go on and on about this, but I won't. The music is fantastic, though. I will review the soundtrack. It's definitely one of my favorites, although I do like the Okami soundtrack better. Overall, Grandia 2 is my favorite. Alright, so Kakiku Keiko, Sashi Suseiso, Tachitsute to. Okay, this is kind of an interesting one. It's not video game music. 12 Girls Band is a Chinese orchestra, and they do all kinds of really cool stuff. If you've never listened to them, I highly recommend it. They have a version of clocks that makes me cry. They're wonderful. There's actually like 15 of them in the band, but only 12 play at a time. And they play with all traditional Chinese instruments, and then like percussion in the background, and they're fantastic. So this is, I think, their debut album, Eastern Energy, at least. I know they have at least one other album, but they're really great. They're just instrumental music. Like, I'm really into instrumental music, in case you couldn't tell. Okay. And then Hahi Hu He Ho. Because I don't have any na. Okay. So, this is another thing I got when I was in Japan. Persona 3 soundtrack! I love this game, in case you couldn't tell by Akihiko standing over here. Boop. If you've never heard this soundtrack, I highly recommend it. It's very different. What is his name? Meguro Shoji? Crap, what's your name? What's your name? Oh no, I forgot his name. I think it's Meguro Shoji. I know it's Meguro. Anyway, this is a fantastic soundtrack. Fantastic game, but the soundtrack is just amazing. And it has, I think, 2 discs. Yeah, 2 discs full of music. I will eventually review this too. Basically, everything I'm showing you that I haven't reviewed yet, I will review. Or at least I plan to. And then again, my last thing to show you is, I got the game, but there was actually a soundtrack disc included, which surprised me because I was not expecting it. And, this is Persona 4. Same composer. And the music to this is also really good. I actually prefer Persona 3's music, but this has some really good tracks too. I really like the dungeon tracks, like the game one. Oh, okay, I was gonna say that this is it, but I actually remembered one more thing that I totally forgot about until just now. Oh, this is gonna be painful because my legs are asleep. Skyward Sword! I'm a Zelda fan. I suck at Zelda games, I really do, but I love Zelda. And I love Link. And this includes a wonderful Zelda Symphony 25th Anniversary disc, which, like, it's awesome. The Gerudo Valley, oh my gosh, it's fantastic. So, highly recommend that. Anyway, that's it. I have a lot of music, but most of it is Japanese or Asian artists. I have a lot of instrumental music. For example, I have to show this off. I'm sorry. I know this isn't Japanese. But I got this when I was at Disney World. It's 4 discs of just, like, Disney music. That's the kind of stuff I like to buy, though. And, I don't know, I'm just really into these things, but I highly recommend that you get things not illegally. Honestly, like, if you ever have the chance to go to Japan, you'll understand it'll make your life a lot easier there, and, like, I understand that completely. in America, it's a lot harder to get a hold of these things, but, like, honestly, there are websites that you can go and listen to music on and not download illegally. So I just emphasize that to you. Like, I used to do it too, but I stopped because there's really no reason. And I want to be able to physically, like, support the artists that I think deserve support. So you're not supporting them at all by just illegally downloading and then never buying the physical or buying the digital. So with that, I guess that's it. I'll see you guys at a review. I do already have decided what I'm going to review next. I kind of mentioned it in the last one, but I think I might switch things around for a request and then do the other one that I wanted to review. So, with that, I bid you all farewell, and thank our special guests, Vanna White Sora and Sanada Akihiko, my husband and boyfriend husband. Yeah. Okay, bye. That's so embarrassing. I forgot something! Yeah. This is it's the season 3 of All About DBSK. Toho Shinki Donban Shinki Tonpan Shinki. It's 6 discs of beautifulness from their later era, as you can see by the picture. I have this. I bought it from a friend. She needed to get rid of it because she had like 2 copies. Whatever. I got it for like really cheap. It's great though. I really love it. And yeah, okay, now I'm actually done. Maybe I'll find something else though. Who knows?